We're going to take a look at Jennifer Lopez's natal chart and assess why she's having a horrible 2024. I'm not laughing at her and her pain and her disdain. I'm just laughing because um it should be her year. And it's interesting how public perception can really alter uh this matrix. Let's get into her chart. Let's get into what's going on, the assessment, what I think is happening, all that good stuff. So let's just start with, as of the recording today, June 11th, 2024, this is what's happening in the sky, where all the current transits are, right? We got good old Saturn in Pisces, who's been in there for a minute. Today, the moon is in Leo. What's good? Didn't even plan this. She's a Leo. I was actually pulling up my Astro Gold app because I wanted to see where the moon is at today, but duh, of course it's going to be here. So the big key thing here is nodes, the nodal returns, the shift of the nodes. Granted, we are looking here at Tropical Placidus astrology. That's what I read, although sometimes I'll dabble in some Vedic, but tropical is mostly what I read. Okay, we got a Gemini stellium. We already know that. Venus has been Cazimi, and Pluto's in Aquarius, soon to retrograde, again in Capricorn, and then back-to-back Capricorn full moons. Let's keep that in mind as it relates to her chart. So here is J.Lo's chart. She is a Libra rising, a Leo Mercury, Leo Lilith. Her Leo Lilith is in such detriment. Anyone who has a Leo Lilith, I really sympathize for you, because it's like, what is the name of Taylor Swift's new album about something poets? Like, that's literally the slogan for her, you Leo Lilith people. Taylor Swift. The Tortured Poets Department. Okay, yeah. Lilith and Leo is the tortured artist department, the rejected artist. It's like, you want to be an artist, you have to prove to yourself, overprove to yourself. People are always going to put you down with Lilith and Leo, tell you're not enough. And that truly is J.Lo's story. I'm not here to defend her talents, her skills, her traits, how good of a singer, vocalist she is. I'm not here to do none of that. We're here to talk about public perception, the astrology, and why she's having a pretty crappy year. And the biggest thing is the nodes in Aries and Libra. And those of you who have Libra placements, Libra rising sun, moon, south node, north node, those of you who have Aries placements, Aries north node, south node, sun, moon, rising. I don't care about your Venus. I don't care about your Mercury. I don't care about your Mars in Libra or Aries. That's insignificant to this dialogue today. Your sun, your moon, your rising, north node or south node in either Libra or Aries, you are going through some shit this year, especially with a rising. Libra risings are going through the most public perception, crisis, media relations, damage control possible, or Libra placements in general, Aries placements. And let's just look at publicly who this could apply to. Ariana Grande, Libra moon. She's had a rough year because of her scandals, so to speak. So J.Lo is a Libra rising, and it's my opinion that Beyonce Knowles has a Libra rising. I know there's a lot of debate online whether is Beyonce a Scorpio rising or a Libra rising. And based off the year she's having, I would for sure put money she's a Libra rising, not a Scorpio rising. She does have a Scorpio moon if I'm not mistaken. So, that gives to her allure and her secrecy, but Beyonce's getting a lot of heat. And Beyonce and Jay-Z are gonna get a lot of public scrutiny soon too because of the nodes. So when the nodes, specifically the South node, because right now, if we go back to the current transits, the South node is at 12 degrees a Libra. So whenever the South node, look, J.Lo's got a 14-degree ascendant in Libra, 14-degree rising. South node on the rising is going to give you karmic boomerangs, karmic retribution, things of wrongdoing from the past, South node, things that also that have been holding you back or things you need to let go, right, in the most mundane. But karmically speaking, there are do-overs, reworks you're going to have to do with the South node hitting, especially the rising or hitting your sun and hitting your moon. The moon today is in Leo at 27 degrees. I love this. Love this. It's transiting her 10th house. So we're talking about her 10th house, right? Her public image, her public perception. I really feel now I need to go into Beyonce and Jay-Z's chart. I can't remember Beyonce and Jay-Z's chart off the top of head. I digress. Let's focus on J.Lo. So we know that also you would think with her Jupiter and Libra that things would be looking good for her, but the South node is too far away from her Jupiter. Her Uranus conjunct her Jupiter, way too far to be playing and to be interacting here. So the South node is also transiting her 12th house right now, which is the house of karmic endings, big life cycles, completions and closures. Oh, Ben Affleck, that's right. I need to see what's going on in his chart because there's now that rumor that they have a divorce happening. And if you're not up to date with me and what I do, I freelance, right? And I have done J.Lo and Ben Affleck's birth charts and the romantic compatibility for Pop Sugar. So check that out. I'll link it below so you can take a look at my analysis and my takeaways. Could they be going through? I love that we're talking about her love life, right? Venus love, Venus and Gemini. We're in Gemini season with the Gemini Kazemi. She's having her Venus return, right? Venus and Gemini. Oh, the Venus Kazemi happened right after the new moon, right? Was it the 8th? Because the new moon in Gemini was June 6th. So I think June 8th was the exact Kazemi, the star point activation for Venus. And when did this divorce rumor stuff start circulating? It was the beginning of June, right? Beginning of June for that to get activated. Dang, maybe there's some truth to it, y'all. I don't know. Has it been confirmed? I don't know. I'm not really keeping up, but I want to be in the mix even though I'm not keeping up with it. Make that make sense. Okay. All right, all right. So I really hope they work it out. Look, I really do. I think that they genuinely have love for each other and they genuinely want to work it out, but there's such a difference in personalities here. And one thing I wrote up in the Pop Sugar analysis is as long as they don't let public scrutiny get to them because he likes his privacy and she's more in the public eye, that's the two conflicting energies that they have. So did he really get mad about her sharing his love letters to her and putting it on blast on Amazon Prime? Probably. He probably didn't want that out there like that. I'm just going to pull up his chart real quick, but this is basically the South Node transiting J.Lo's rising sign and then the Venus star point activating, which happens. Venus star point, Venus Kazemi and Gemini, if I'm not mistaken, happens every 8 years. So 8 years ago, we're in 2024. -8. So that would have put us in 2016. Does anyone know J.Lo's dating timeline? Who did J.Lo date in 2016? I'm really gonna Google that. And honestly, there's results for this. Like, that's crazy. Oh my God, there is results for this. And that is so crazy. We are obsessed with celebrity culture. Insane. Look at this. According to people.com, the couple was on and off during their time together, but split for good August 2016. Casper Smart. She kicked him out because he cheated on her and he got caught. So 8 years ago, the Venus star point, Venus Kazemi, she had another romantic breakup with someone else, though, Casper Smart. Wow. Let's go back even further from 2016. We are love mapping J.Lo's dating history. 2016 minus 8, 2008. Duh, numerologist here. Shouldn't she have known that? Who did J.Lo date 2008 during the Great Recession? Let's see. According to US Weekly, this is like so. Oh, so in August of 2007, she divorced Ohani. Oh, he who shall not be named is here, which I want to do his chart next because he's not having a horrible year. He's just getting the karma he deserves. But we're going to do his chart next. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It looks like she divorced old dude, old boy. Oh no, in 2007, that was something else. It was a short-lived 11th month marriage in 97. All right, I don't know. I'm not gonna spend too much time on that though. Should have done my research prior, huh? This is all real time. This is all real time happening here. Okay. Her moon in Scorpio is in detriment though. We know that, right? The moon in Scorpio is not thriving here. It's struggling. You Scorpio natal moons. I feel for you. I think he who shall not be named. Diddy. No, he's a Scorpio with a Virgo moon. Toxic combination. But yeah, her moon is also in a nasty stellium. Neptune Delulu, moon love, rose colored glasses with approach to love or marriage or lovers, and then Mars, short-term, short-lived marriages, love. And the eclipses have been rocking her seventh house since last year in 2023. So this was the revival of the connection. Could they make it? They could have. Granted, Saturn has been transiting her fifth house 11 romance and will be for another year. Saturn's putting hardship, scrutiny, burdens, limitations, oppressions, the house that it transits in right now. And in her case, it's the fifth house, but it's also Pisces. So it's bringing and flaring up her moon conjunct Neptune to her to go back and revisit, how do I approach love from rose-colored glasses? Whether that's how I'm viewing lovers, how I'm approaching lovers, how I'm showing up in love myself, right? How am I projecting that energy? You know, going into this Piscean energy of like, it's all a dream, right? Everything's good. So this is a really harsh, and then her Venus star point, you know what? I'm gonna call it. That divorce probably is real. They're probably divorcing. I don't think it's been confirmed as of June 11, 2024 today, 5:25 p.m. Pacific time. But I want to say it's definitely legitimacy, legit. Let's go ahead and just pull up Ben Affleck's chart real quick and we'll wrap this up. Mr. Ben Affleck. Did you guys see him talk on the the roast for Tom Brady. I don't know, something was off. It was off. When I saw that, I was like, something's off. Something ain't sitting right. Jeez Louise, there's so many ads, huh? There we go. This is Ben Affleck's chart. The South Node in Libra is currently transiting a conjunction, his natal Uranus. Oof, in the fourth house. Wow. He too has a Leo stellium, right? So the moon's in Leo today. Yikes, his Saturn in Gemini is conjunct the Venus Cazimi star point. Not looking good. Oh, that's right. He does have a Scorpio moon too. That's why they're so complementary to one another. Wow. The Capricorn full moons are going to be hitting his, June 21st, Capricorn full moon, July 21st, Capricorn full moon, Pluto retrograde in Capricorn starting. I know it goes direct October. I think it's September, the retrograde, somewhere in September, the Pluto final retrograde in Capricorn happens. So that's going to be in the seventh house for him with those two full moons. Wow, we are gonna hear by September, this relationship's a wrap. It's done. I think it's under covers right now. It's too soon to reveal and speak on it. But it's hanging by a thread. That's what I'm assuming here based off of the astrology for them. But going back to why is Miss Lopez having a bad year with public scrutiny? Well, the transiting South Node. Whenever the South Node transiting for that year is hitting specific aspects for you, especially your rising, no matter what you do, no matter what damage control, you can literally be a saint. People are still going to have some sort of disdain and dislikeness towards you because of the South Node, right? It's so harsh. It's so judgmental. And it's asking you to, transcend, especially with the rising, right? It's the image we're trying to project and how we want people to perceive us. And so here comes the South Node transiting her rising, really breaking her down, tearing her down to her bare skin to really go into that true vulnerable self, to cradle herself, to love herself. So this is not a good year for her astrologically. Next year, things will definitely get better because we're done with Libra, right? And the node will shift pretty soon into Pisces and Virgo. So then she'll get her nodal return, her Pisces North Node. So 2025, 2026, those are the years of the resurrection of Jennifer Lopez. There will be some golden years for her. There will be some glory days for her when the nodes shift into Pisces and Virgo for her. She'll have a major comeback. She'll get some probably accolades, some recognition, some awards that she's been wanting. I know she's been striving for, I believe, an Oscar. So Oscar prediction when the nodes go into Pisces, which 2025, 2026, I don't know. That seems far-fetched, maybe. I'm not here to judge her talents, right? I'm not. But there is something where she could get like a big, big granted wish for the hard year of 2024, the ringer that she's being rung through this year. J.Lo, hire me to be your astrologer. Okay. All right, guys. So those are your key takeaways. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your take. There's a lot more we can get into. I think also drop some feedback, who do you want me to look at? I got Jay-Z, I got Beyonce. I think we should do He Who Shall Not Be Named Diddy and just look at someone who can create such intense karma for themselves. Don't forget to subscribe. Join my Patreon, Esoteric Essa. Find me on Instagram. May you manifest wisely. Thank you so much.